I know what you're thinking. It's a bit too late to talk about it, but hear me out. While I was researching for this video, yes, I'm using research as an excuse for watching YouTube, I noticed that, well, I didn't notice shit, okay? It was pretty hard to notice stuff when you're watching a video about cute cats. Fuck this intro shit. Gear 5 is the best transformation ever. Now listen, while I know it's a bold statement, hear me out. There are a lot of reasons for why it's the best, with the first being that it really embodies Luffy's spirit. From the beginning of One Piece, we've seen how Luffy's a carefree child traveling the sea with one goal in mind: becoming the Pirate King, aka the freest in the sea. During his conversation with Ray Lee on Marie Joie, Luffy himself said that all he wanted to be was free, which is so important when talking about Gear 5. It's the embodiment of freedom. He gets to do wacky shit and move around in ways that resembles cartoons. Side note here, if any of you say that anime is a cartoon, I will fight you. Gear 5 is perfect form for Luffy in particular because it embodies everything he's ever wanted to be: free. Luffy himself has stated that he can only go into Gear 5 when he's truly free, and that he just unleashes himself. That sounds wrong. That he just frees himself. You get what I mean. Listen, Gear 5 is perfect for Luffy because it is freedom. It'd be perfect if Luffy can become the Pirate King, the freest in the sea, while in the form where he's freest. Speaking of perfect things, let's talk about Oda. My quota of Oda simping for the day has been reached. Oda's way of thinking resembles a child in every way. I feel like the one universal truth that everyone has accepted is that Eiichiro Oda is a child at heart. His creativity allows for some of the wackiest and most insane sequences in One Piece to take place. He's one of the most creative authors in the entire medium, and everyone knows he's goofy. This is another reason why Gear 5 is perfect. Gear 5 allows for Oda to make anything he wants possible. He can allow Luffy to throw lightning bolts if he wants to, or even play jump rope with the strongest creature to ever exist. Gear 5 is perfect for Oda in particular because of his creativity. In any other mangaka's hands, it probably would have been impossible to make a goofy transformation an actual threat. But Oda can do it. Okay, I see why people call us One Piece fans Oda simps. Shit. Speaking of Gear 5 embodying things, let's talk about how it embodies the spirit of One Piece. From the start, One Piece has been a very comical show, but recently it's been, well, it hasn't been that. It's gotten a lot darker, and the past few arcs haven't had much room for comedy. Whilst this is understandable, I feel like I speak for everyone when I say we like comedy in One Piece, which Gear 5 allows for. Luffy's awakening has brought comedy to One Piece in situations that normally wouldn't have them. While fighting against a literal Yonko, with the strongest creature alive, mind you, we can still laugh and enjoy the situation because of this form. Seeing the comic-like reactions, especially with the eyes popping out, is hilarious. Being able to laugh at the way Luffy fights isn't something we've had in a long time. Except for Gear 4, but that's because he looks stupid. But for real, this is one of the first times in a long time Luffy's fights have been able to have a shit ton of comedy in them while also being extremely serious at their core. The simple reason why Gear 5 is also perfect is, well, it's strong. Gear 5 has been able to beat the strongest creature in the world, and also Kaido. Meaning that, well, to put it quite plainly, Luffy punch fight good. He punch fight very good. Luffy had to be stronger, which was shown clearly in his fight with Kaido, and Gear 5 delivered. Luffy needs to be extremely strong if he's going to face the challenges that lie before him right now, and to be honest, they will be the hardest challenges he's had to face. While we wind down the series and become closer and closer to the title of Pirate King, the challenges we will face will be the hardest they've ever had to face. Yes, harder than Whitebeard's I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stop making dick jokes, I promise. Anyways, we need to get stronger, and Gear 5 delivered. And my favorite part about this gear is, we still haven't changed much. Gear 5 at its core is just more rubber. He can become a giant, he can make things around him rubber, but it's all just rubber. That, in my opinion, is the best part about Gear 5. Being able to look at it and think about all the previous fights we've had. Luffy's always been the Gomu Gomu man, and he still is in Gear 5. Even though, well, he looks a lot cooler. Yeah, that's my next reason. It looks cool. Listen, you can't fault me for thinking this shit looks cool, because it really does. The way he becomes clouds and the fact that he can turn into a massive giant is, well, it's just dope. Honestly, his white hair and his eyes that will probably be red is such a good contrast, and while I'm not qualified to talk about color in any way, I can tell you, thing look cool. This entire video is just me trying to sound smart while my brain operates in a way similar to that of a monkey. Gear 5 is possibly the coolest looking transformation ever, before, oh, the goofiness. This all just brings me to my final point. It's the right combination of everything. It's obviously very goofy, but at times it can be terrifying. It looks harmless from a distance until he starts playing jump rope with the strongest creature alive. It's such a good combination of everything that it's just, well, it's perfect. It has comedy while also being able to give you great action. So overall, yes, I do believe Gear 5 is the perfect transformation. It embodies everything that One Piece is and everything that Luffy as a character is. The way it presents itself is so cool, and it genuinely is one of the most unique ideas I've ever seen. Which, well, should be expected from Oda. While I know that some people don't like Gear 5 and call it too goofy, I think that's the point. It was meant to be goofy, and it wasn't meant to be super serious. Nothing in the show involving Luffy is super serious, and it wouldn't make sense for his strongest form to be extremely serious. In fact, I think it's perfect that Luffy is strongest when he's free. It wouldn't make sense any other way. So yeah, guys, that's why I believe Gear 5 is perfect. But overall, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching.